Hi, Jonathan. Congratulations. I know you are an Englishman, but do you have any idea what does it mean for the Afghanistan team and Afghanistan, the country?
Well, yeah, it doesn't take a lot to see the passion and the rivalry between it. Asia Cup, we had a very disappointing loss last year in the T20 World, and then we had a series against them a couple of months ago, 3 ODI series, which a few times we were in the game, and I'm just glad today we were in the game again and we managed to get across the line. So very happy with how it went, and very happy for a few of the batsmen who have hopefully will now have that self-belief that we can go on and trust their games and be very confident for the games coming forward.
Jonathan?
For the country, what does it mean?
I think for the country, I think it just shows the amount of talent in the side. For the country, again, as when we were fortunate enough to beat England, it inspires another generation of players to pick up a cricket bat and a cricket ball, work on their fielding and their fitness. We see that the likes of the guys very fit today, and fielding for 50 overs, and then Ibrahim batting for 35, close to 40 overs, is a great credit to him.
Jonathan, congrats on the win. There's a perception that Afghanistan defend well and that there's a chance of them batting first and then putting out a score and then defending. But here, chasing 282 in such a fashion, what was the talk going on in the dressing room when you started saying, okay, 282? At the halftime mark, what was your message to the team and what was the talk going on?
Well, I don't want to give too much away, but I said we're not going to be able to win this game in 35, 40 overs. We're going to have to bat well for 50 overs, and we broke it down 10 over splits. And the start that Gurbaz and Ibrahim gave us, we're well ahead of where we thought we should have to be. And it sort of allowed us a little bit more breathing room come the end of the game. And, I made sure that we had the opportunity to finish the game off in the 49th over, and we did. So that was great.
See, the match went up to the 49th over. And what do you believe was the turning point? And during any stage where you worried you wouldn't be able to chase?
Well, the turning point for me was the start that Gurbaz and Ibrahim gave us. I think that's always good when you're chasing a total like that. You need a good start, and it gives the confidence in the dressing room and the players, and there's less pressure on the players coming in, and it makes their job easier. So those two batsmen, I think, outstanding, and I'm very happy for Ibrahim getting into the tournament now, and we showing he doesn't have to show, but showing everybody in the world stage what a good player he is, and very excited for the way that he played, and Gurbaz as well, that the partnership that they had, but also the way that Ramat Shah played. Very happy for him. Again, showing everybody how he can play, but also the captain coming in and scoring it better than a runner ball to finish off the game, and it's always a nice feeling as a captain to hit the winning runs.
So do you believe that the team can do this consistently?
Well, it's yet to see. We need to be more consistent in the things that we do. We know the areas we need to work on, and those things that will help us have evenings like this and be more consistent and beat, the big teams. But beat, every game that we go into this World Cup, we got a chance of winning it. We've seen that today. We saw it a week ago. Very happy, and just let this sink in. And it's always nice to get on a flight to Pune tomorrow with the win under our belt.
Yeah, Jonathan, you spoke about the rivalry that exists between Afghanistan and Pakistan, and with 282 on board. How hard was it to keep the emotions in check among the batsmen, because they were going like great guns, they were like playing with risk-free shots and everything? Was it like struggle to keep their emotions in check?
I thought the players in the middle, their emotions were outstanding. I think to have a historic win like this as well for the players, you could easily get a little bit ahead of yourself or get a bit nervous or panicky. I thought the way that Ramat Shah, the way that he played, there's still a few singles he could have maybe taken to take the pressure off himself, but the shot that he played there to hit a straight six sort of broke the back of the game, and the way that the captain played as well, took the pressure off the change room. So great feeling.
If I could ask about the two openers, both are young players, and the way they set up the game, what does it say about the talent pool and the talent pipeline that you have back at home? And secondly, about the Chennai crowd. I know you had great support in Delhi during that victory, but this was a different crowd that was supporting both sides and supporting the game. How did that help in creating the exciting game that you had?
Well, your first question, I think I think the two opening batters that we have are very, very, exceptionally talented young players, and the sky's the limit for both of them in different ways. They're different types of players, and my message to them is just, keep growing your own game and play your own way. Have a look at what the team needs you to do and try and play accordingly within your own game plan. And we saw that tonight. We saw how well they can play and how much pressure they can put on opposition bowlers, world-class bowlers as well. I thought that the calmness, certainly when the spin came on, there was some balls that spun. I thought they held their shape really well and, always looked in control, which is one of the most important things as a batsman to be able to do and send a calming message back to the change room. As for the fans, I think in Delhi we played against, obviously played England. We had a full house there basically. We've come to Chennai here and, it's a real credit to the ICC for obviously, getting the game to everybody around the world and making it accessible to everyone, but also the fanatical support and interest in cricket in this country is, another level. So we're happy to play here. We're happy for all the support or any support. So hopefully everybody can turn up in Pune and support us again.
Sir, regarding your spin bowling is a very good weapon for Afghanistan. In future games also it will be very useful.
Well, I think whenever Afghanistan plays, the way the spinners bowl is going to be important. I think it's a case of just having a look at the conditions. I thought we got it right with Noor today, coming in and the way that he bowled, certainly for a youngster as well. The way that he bowled and started really well and then got a few wickets and a bit of momentum. Again, there's always things we can work on. But, that's what the likes of the IPL does for countries like Afghanistan. It exposes players from a young age to to playing in front of big crowds and under pressure situations. Playing in, I think he played in the IPL final, and for a youngster of his age, it's an amazing experience for him. So, and he can bring that experience to here and put in performances like he did. So, really pleasing, and the more players we can get playing around the world, the better.
Jonathan, a couple of interlinked questions. Number one, next you're going to play Sri Lanka and Netherlands. Now with 4 points in the table, not going too far forward, but do you see realistically that if one win out of two is going to put you in that fourth slot at least, or people now know that you have chased a score like 280 with just 8 wickets in hand? Do you think teams will now know that if given an opportunity, Afghanistan will pounce on it and add more pressure? Do you think psychologically people will be wary that, and do you think that will create more chances for people to make mistakes when they play against you?
I think that's a lot of questions in one question. I think I'm not sure which one to answer first. I think everybody, the point I want to make is everybody, whenever Afghanistan plays, is always going to respect them. So there's not a case of if Afghanistan can't chase or Afghanistan, have to sort of bat first. We saw in the Asia Cup, we nearly got across the line. We chased 280, 290 in 37 overs at Lahore. So we can chase. And that's my message, to these guys. Learn from these experiences. And this will have a great ripple effect, going forward. A lot of these players who will be future players for Afghanistan, obviously. And they'll and I want to make sure that they, from this experience, that they, pass it on. And remember that game in Chennai when we chased down 283 or whatever it was, 282, 283 against Pakistan. So just hold our shape, stay in control. And that'll make us more consistent and more dangerous against any opposition we come up against. So that's what I want to take, and that's the message that'll probably be going around to all the other teams having watched us play. So that's exciting.